Hello, welcome to a little weekend reading vlog. I'm not feeling 100%, so I've cancelled my weekend arrangements. I'm going to sit on the sofa basically for 2 days. I'm going to read, I'm going to relax, I'm going to doze, I'm going to watch TV, I'm going to snuggle up with the dog, and that's how I plan on spending my weekend. So, it's 9:15 on Saturday morning. I'm about to go back to She Who Became the Sun. I'm about halfway through this now. And I'm really quite enjoying this, more than I thought I was going to. So this has been likened to a bit of like a Mulan retelling, where we've got a girl who has basically taken her brother's place. And she's posed as a boy to join this monastery. She's now in a military role and not being suspected. But it's sort of, she was predicted as a girl, you're never going to amount to anything. And she's proven that actually she can do these things, but unfortunately she's having to pose as a boy. I'm assuming there's going to be a big reveal at some point in this, but I've not hit that yet. Based in sort of, 1345 in China. And it's very political as well. We've joined a couple of different armies that are fighting each other, and we're kind of seeing both sides. I'm actually really getting into it more than I thought I was going to. I really enjoyed the bit at the beginning set at the monastery. And when we started moving over to the military side, I thought, oh, I'm not really going to get into this. Actually, I am. So this is where I shall be for a little bit longer this morning. So it's now 2:30. I have 60 pages left of She Who Became the Sun. So I think I'm going to try and push on with this for the next little while, see if I can finish it. I've done 3 loads of washing, and I've done downstairs housework. I was sort of just not trying to overdo it. So I did a room, then came and sat down for 20-30 minutes. Then did another room, I did the same again. So yeah, it's taken me to this point, but I'll tackle upstairs tomorrow. I'm just gonna relax, gonna take some more painkillers in a minute and continue reading. So I've just finished She Who Became the Sun. I really enjoyed it. Very strong 4 out of 5 from me. Yes, it was very political and war-based for most of the book, but I really liked a lot of the characters. I liked the kick-ass nature of a few of them. I liked the fact that I couldn't predict what was going to happen. There were a lot of curveballs in there, a lot of twists and things like that. I thought it was really good. So yes, we'll definitely read the sequel. But for now, I'm going to chill for a little while, I think. Just snuggle up with Duke before I pick up another book. But when I do pick up another book, I shall catch up with you. I would admit it is a lot later now. It is now 7:30. Hiya, Duke. But I spent a couple of hours working on my granddad's birthday present. I've had a shower, I've had dinner, we've washed up, haven't we? Duke is now watching a film. He is watching Hot Dog Derby, which is about Dachshunds competing in a race. But I am about to start reading again, and I'm going to go back to Fairy Tale by Stephen King. I am just about halfway, but just due to the length, it's just been a bit off-putting for me. And I love a bit of Stephen King, but the description is just always so heavy, and I'm a bit like, hurry up and get to the point. So that's just what's put me off picking it up again. I have kind of enjoyed what I've read so far, so we're going to go back to it tonight. Duke's going to watch the rest of his doggy film and catch up with you later.
Hey guys, welcome to day 1 of this little weekly vlog.
Hey, so it's gone 9 o'clock now. I'm getting tired, Duke's getting tired, so I think another 15-20 minutes of cuddles and I'm going to head up to bed. The other half isn't going to be home till about 1 in the morning, so best will in the world, I'm not going to be able to stay up. I read another 100 pages this evening of Fairy Tale by Stephen King. I'm now 65% of the way through, and I've got just about 200 pages left to read to finish it, which is great. Not sure I'm going to finish it tomorrow, but I think I'm going to finish the weekend actually having made a very significant dent in this, which I'm so pleased because I feel that I've been reading this for ages. But it is finally getting really quite interesting. We've had a bit of drama now. Something or someone has been captured, and we're now meeting some new characters. So it's, for me, it was definitely worth pushing through. It's just the level of description is just really frustrating, because so far I think what's happened could have been half the number of pages that it actually has been. But anyway, as I said, I'm now getting into this more, which is great, and it's been a very successful reading day today. To have finished She Who Became the Sun and then made quite a dent on this, I'm actually really, really pleased. So, and the fact that I've done sort of like half my housework, and you know, I've worked on Grandad's Present, and I've just done a few other things as well. I feel pretty good for today. I am still in pain. Will be dosing up a little bit more before bedtime, but you know what, considering I felt pretty rubbish all day, I'm really pleased with what I've achieved. So roll on tomorrow where hopefully I'll be feeling a little bit better, and I'll catch up with you then. Hey, it is about 11:15 on Sunday morning, and I'm about to chill. So the other half didn't leave for work until 9:30, so we sort of hung out with Duke and just chilled this morning. And then I've been working on Grandad's birthday present. I need to spend another hour and a half on that later today, but I'm going to chill for a little while. So I have two books that I really would like to focus on today. I do want to continue with Fairy Tale by Stephen King. As I mentioned last night, I've only got a couple of hundred pages left of this. No pressure to finish it this weekend, but do want a substantial dent made on it. And then I think I'm actually going to start and chill with a graphic novel, which is Sheets, because I know I have the second and third one on my Kindle now. So I thought, why not? They had the first one in the library, so I was like, yes, let's. And this looks like it's a cute little graphic novel about a ghost. So it says, for Marjorie Glatt, being 13 years old isn't quite the same as it is for everyone else. Responsible for running her family's laundromat while trying to survive middle school, Marjorie's daily struggles include persnickety customers, snippy classmates, agonising swim lessons, and laundry. Always, always laundry. Wendell is a bit different too. Wendell is a ghost. His daily struggles include dead youth support groups and avoidable stains. But when he escapes from the land of ghosts and bumbles into Marjorie's laundromat, the perfect ghost playground, his attempts at fun and friendship begin to harm the family business. Sheets is a powerful story about a young girl's perseverance, even when all odds are stacked against her. It shows that forgiveness and second chances can result in unlikely friendships. Above all, it is an invitation into an unusual, haunted laundromat that brings family, friends, and yes, Sheets to life. I think that sounds lovely. So I'm going to pick this up now for the next hour or so, and I'll check in with you a bit later. The illustrations are absolutely stunning. I like the contrast. So we had sort of the brighter colours from Marjorie's story, and now we're meeting Wendell, and it's sort of gone all sort of greeny, grey, black. So far we've met Marjorie and just had a bit of an introduction to her. You know, she's trying to balance school but also the laundrette as well. And we've just met Wendell, and we were introduced to him in his, what is it called? Dead Youth Empathetics Club, where it seems to be a lot of dead youths, ghosts, that are sharing how they died. But as I just said, I like the change in the artistic style and the colours between the two characters so far. So I can't wait to see what happens and when they're going to meet. So I just finished Sheets, and do you know what? It was fine. It was sweet. It was cute. But it was missing, I don't know. I know you can only delve so deep in to a story with graphic novels, and you can only convey maybe a certain level of emotion. You can't get too deep. But I think because I've read some really, really good graphic novels that are able to actually get you more involved and demonstrate the emotion a little bit more, this just didn't quite get there. I did like the interaction between Marjorie and Wendell, and you know, the story itself was absolutely fine. The illustrations were really, really good. I will continue the series because there's only another 2 left. Yeah, it was just lacking something, which is a shame, but it's still a 3 out of 5 star. It was still a nice chilled couple of hours reading, so I'm pleased that I read it. I'm going to chill and do maybe some more work now, my granddad's present. Not too sure yet, but when I pick up a book, which I will be going back to Fairy Tale a bit later, I'll check in with you again.
Which basically I read the entire thing yesterday because I only read 10 pages.
Hey, so it's now 5 to 5 and I have been continuing with Fairy Tale by Stephen King. I've got about 120 pages left. Yes, you. This is the reason that I have not vlogged anymore since earlier, because somebody has decided to fall asleep on my lap, and he was in such a deep sleep and I didn't want to wake him by like leaning over to get the tripod or just talking in general. I'm trying to read this really heavy book, which is a 2-handed job, above this head so that I don't drop it and wake him up. So it's been a nice chilled afternoon, borderline on a stressful reading experience for mummy while someone's had all the attention. But I'm going to continue with Fairy Tale for a little bit longer. I'm still not sure I'm going to finish it tonight, but I'm really getting into it now. I think we're about to progress with the story a little bit more again. For me, I need the dog back. The dog's been out of it now for quite a few chapters. You know what? I'm missing Radar. Bring the dog back. But it is fairly fast-paced now. As fast-paced as a Stephen King ever gets, with all the ridiculous description level, but I am enjoying it, so I shall give this one my undivided for a little bit longer, and then I shall return to Fairy Tale. Are you happy? He's so happy. Hey, so it is 20 to 7 now. And I am 50 pages off finishing Fairy Tale, but I am so tired. So my plan is just to really relax now and probably save this for tomorrow. Unless I get an amazing second wind in an hour or so's time, I'm going to leave it there. But I made such a dent on that book, which is brilliant. I'm like 90% of the way through now, whereas I'm sure I started this vlog as sort of like 45-50% maybe. Which is brilliant. Obviously I finished Sheets as well, read that from start to finish, and I finished She Who Became the Sun, which for a weekend I think is really good. Am I actually now coming through this reading slump? Has it actually happened? Are we through it? Are we over it? I really hope so. I haven't picked up The Book That Wouldn't Burn. I'm just going to take a break from that for at least another few days before I tackle that again and make the decision. Am I going to push on with it, or am I going to DNF it? I have a few books that I'd like to start next week potentially, but it's been really nice. Definitely feeling a lot better today, so back to work tomorrow as normal. But if you enjoyed this video, leave me a random emoji of your choice and hit like if you liked it. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. I shall see you soon. Bye.